here on this Zoom. And welcome to all of our team members that are here as well. Guess someone invited you to this Zoom and they were all excited and they were like, girl, you got to hear what I heard. You got to see what I saw. And you're probably wondering, why in the world did they want me on this Zoom so bad? Why were they so excited? Well, I'm glad you said yes to coming because you are about to find out. And my name is Cass Millions from Maryland, taking the welcomes. And I have the pleasure of introducing our host for tonight that is going to share the reason why you are here with you tonight. This woman is from my home state, that great state of Maryland. She has been my mentor for over a decade. She is an amazing mother of five, grandmother of seven, awesome daughter, friend, and leader. She has been in entrepreneur since she was a teenager or a preteen, actually. She grew up in network marketing, so she knows what she's doing. She's an amazing leader. And what I love most about her is she absolutely loves helping people. She wants to see everybody win. So pay close attention, grab a pen and notebook so you can take some notes and listen to what she is about to share with you. Without any further ado, I introduce to some and present to others the amazing Boomy Moore. Take it away.
Well, thank you, Cass, for getting us started. I appreciate you so much. I started smiling when Cass said she genuinely loves helping people. In my mind, I was saying, I do, I do, I do. Like every time that I get to share this information, I genuinely get excited because I just believe that so many people are leading quiet lives of desperation, just tiptoeing safely to their grave where they could be living lives of inspiration and impact and joy and abundance. And so I love inspiring people to do what they want to do, be what they want to be, and have what they want to have. So tonight on this call, it is about change. Do me a favor, whether you are a guest or whether you are already part of our awesome winning team, the BIT group, type in the chat for me the word change. CHANGE. Type that in. You know, the only thing constant is change. Life is always evolving, is moving. And as I'm looking at my screen to share, technology is doing what it wants to do. And so I got to figure out where my slides went and pull them back up. So I'm just going to kind of talk through that while I work to get these slides back up that have disappeared. But somebody shared this awesome opportunity with you tonight. They probably sent you a text and said that they wanted you to take a look at something that they found that's about fun, that's about creating memories, that's about upgrading your lifestyle, that's about savings. So we're going to talk about all of that tonight. And I promise you, you're going to be thanking the person who referred you to this Zoom before it's over. All right, I see the slides now, and we are going to get this party started. So you see on the screen, you see the word Trevorium. That is the name of this phenomenal opportunity. Think travel, think emporium, put it together, and you have Trevorium. So you see this tagline here where it says travel more, travel better, and travel for less with the Better Life Company. Well, we're going to help you to do all of that. But I want you to know that this is so much more than just travel. So instead of the word travel, I want you to think lifestyle. Type lifestyle in the chat for me because I really want you to understand this is a lifestyle membership. Travel is a part of lifestyle, but we have people who are joining in with us who don't even like to travel because we are so much more than just travel. But I love summing it up with the Better Life Company because that is what we're going to help you to do. So I told you to put the word change in there, and we're talking about a change for the better. Wouldn't you say having a greater level of freedom would help you to have a better life? Shake your head up and down like this, of course. Wouldn't you say having more money in your bank account would help you to have a better life? Shake your head up and down like this. Of course. Wouldn't you say like being able to stay in 5-star places for 2-star prices? That's something that would help you to absolutely upgrade your lifestyle and have a better life. So we're going to talk about all of that tonight. So it was about 6 months ago that I heard about this company. I was in Dubai. I was there for a blockchain conference. I was dealing with crypto, selling a product called Nodes. And while I was making money, it felt like a job. And ladies and gentlemen, I have not worked a job since I was teaching school in Baltimore City in 2004. Thanks to this industry, I was able to fire my boss, start making a 6-figure income from the comfort of my home, helping other people to do the same. And so I never looked back. But I prayed a prayer while in Dubai, and the prayer said, Lord God, I need residual income. That kind of money where whether you get out of bed or not, is coming in month after month, year after year. You do something one time and it keeps coming. And I said, Lord, you know all things. It doesn't have to take long to get to me. I need it quick. Well, guys, God answers prayers. And so within 48 hours, I was sitting in my lobby and a young lady was sharing with me how she had traveled to Dubai before she moved there and stayed at a 5-star place for $1. She went to Cabo, Mexico for $9, not per night, but for the whole entire stay. And then she started telling me how she was saving on every way that she did life, dining and shopping and entertainment and movies and just so much more. So it really piqued my interest because I love like richness and opulence and luxury. And so I love what she was talking about, staying in these 5-star places. And I love saving money too, right? So everything that she was talking about actually checked my boxes. So she asked me to take a look at a video on my way home on the plane. I did that. The young lady giving the presentation, I ended up that I had known her for 20 years. I just didn't know what she was doing, but she was a solid entrepreneur. So that checked another box. I got home, ran upstairs and looked at the compensation plan. I started Googling. I went to YouTube, in fact, pulled up the compensation plan, and what I saw left my mouth hanging open. We're going to get to that part in about 15 minutes. But once I saw about the comp plan, I was like, oh, there's no reason not to do this. So some of the other things that you're going to love about this opportunity is, one, it's solid. 13 years old. So you don't have to worry about, is this a startup? Is it going to go away? Are they going to make it? 13 years, solid, debt-free, all bills paid ahead of time. If you're putting out your efforts to put something in place for your family, you want it to be long lasting. Then we're in 64 different countries and growing, doing millions of dollars in sales. We have home offices on 3 different continents. The CEO is David Hart. I mean, he's a real deal, heartfelt guy who is leading with vision. And he shows up every week, guys. You'll see him every week on the Facebook page, addressing us, setting the course, leading from the front, and just putting things in place so we can have a long-term residual opportunity here. So, you know Warren Buffett, right? He said this: if you don't find a way to make money while you are sleeping, you will work until you what? You will work until you die. Now, I want y'all to think about that for a moment. What if the only way for the rest of your life was to make money was you going to a job? That would mean you work for 40 hours, you get paid for 40 hours. If you don't work, you don't get paid. That is not the way that life was supposed to be. You see, there's something called MSI, multiple streams of income. And multiple streams of income doesn't mean getting 2 jobs, because 2 jobs are for 2 people. It means you may have that one job, but then you have a part-time business with an intent to make a profit, where whether you get out of bed or not, the money is still coming in. See, on our jobs, we call it a job, and we thank God for jobs, but facetiously we call it being on the journey of the broke, or being jerked out of bed, or being on that just over broke. Now, we know on these jobs, most times they pay us just enough to keep us from quitting, and we work just hard enough to keep from getting fired, right? Y'all, there has to be a better way. What did we say when we started? We said change. So how do we change? Well, let's step into this $10 trillion travel industry. This is the biggest industry in the world. 10 trillion with a T. If we had said 10 billion, you would think it was big. But we're talking trillions of dollars. Travel is the most posted about thing on social media. And guess what, guys? The industry is expanding. If you are looking for a business opportunity, you don't want one that's shrinking. You want one that everybody in the world almost loves, and almost everybody in the world wants to travel the world. That's why it is projected to be a $15 trillion industry in just 9 years. So, yes, this is the business of dreams. And so, if you're a guest here tonight, I want you to start dreaming again with me, because so many times, you know what we do? Like, we have these dreams when we're young, but then when they don't manifest as soon as we would want them to, we kind of put them on the shelf and say, okay, well, maybe next lifetime. No, I'm here to tell you, this lifetime, you can have time to do what you want to do, be what you want to be, and have what you want to have. So I'm here tonight to say, this is a vehicle that will allow you to take those dreams off the shelf, like dust them off, and you can design your own dream life. Do I have anybody out there who's willing to start dreaming again? Come on, y'all. It just feels so good when you start visualizing and when you start speaking what you want and what you deserve, the abundance that you deserve, the freedom that you deserve, the lifestyle you deserve. It puts you on that high flying frequency that will put you in alignment with your dreams and allow them to come to you more readily. So I love this business. It's fun to do, y'all. We have fun while we do it. If you can't be making money and having fun at the same time, you shouldn't be doing it. So it's fun to do and it's easy to explain. And the great thing is, you don't have to explain anything. You send a person a video, you put them on a Zoom like this. We've got presentations throughout the company almost every night of the week. So you don't have to do the explaining. Just copy and paste and send a video, and then get the person on the phone with someone like me, someone like Cass, someone like Anthony, to do what we call a three-way for you, to talk to your prospect and answer their questions, and we'll help them to align with this vision. And so, again, y'all, we are saving on so many different things here. 5-star resorts for 2-star prices, getting below travel agent rates. You like to cruise? We're going to show you how to save on that. Car rentals and parks and tours, activities, entertainment. You want to go to a Beyonce concert or have your daughter, she wants to go? We got you there. What about NFL tickets and NBA tickets? We said lifestyle. We have it covered. So what is Trevorium? What are the benefits? So with this lifestyle membership, it's going to allow you to take at least 2 bucket list vacations every single year. Like once every 6 months, you'll get to go to some beautiful places that we'll show you. Now, the key to this is what we call travel points. Write down the number 270, because every single month you're going to get 270 travel points. They're going to compound, and they're going to allow you to buy down your travel to pennies on the dollar. I'm going to show you how you can book hotels at travel agent rates. And the thing that I love best, that I want you all to understand, is there is an opportunity attached, a business opportunity where you can earn money 24/7. You know, 2 months before I prayed the prayer and heard about Trevorium, I was in Williamsburg, Virginia. Promised myself that, yeah, I'm going to take this timeshare tour, but I'm not going to buy. 8 hours later, I committed to $17,000. Why? Because they just make it seem so wonderful, despite the blackout dates and the contracts and the maintenance fees and the ahas and the I gotchas. People were spending $40,000, $50,000 and more on these timeshares that don't give you half of what I'm going to share tonight. Why? Because people want to travel. It makes you feel good. Again, it's like your dreams coming true. And travel has a lot of awesome benefits, guys. I mean, just think about this. It like helps you to de-stress. They say that traveling helps to add years to your life. It literally has a positive effect on your health. It helps your brain. You get to see the world and learn about other cultures. So there's so much benefit to seeing the world and traveling and making that a part of your lifestyle. So what I couldn't do with the timeshare was make money. Here, for just $350, I get so much more than the timeshare without any contracts, and I get residual income. So now let's talk about some of the ways that you get to save on travel. You're going to have what we call a back office. Okay. This is like your business center. You'll go back there and you're going to have 3 different travel sites where you can get travel agent rates or below on more than 2 million different hotels. So let's look at some comparisons, because there are those third-party retail booking sites that you know of. We've all been to them, like booking.com, Orbitz, Expedia. And then we're going to compare that to Travorium. So let me put on these glasses. All right, y'all. Let's go to the Expedia site. For 9 nights, we got to stay at the Churchill Suites in Monte Carlo, Miami Beach. Top of the line place. 9 nights, $4,400. People are paying it because of the quality of the accommodations. But what is the Travorium rate? Same amount of stays, same amount of nights, same accommodations, only $2,300. Well, let's go over to Las Vegas, to Harrah's Hotel and Casino. Their rate, $293. The Travorium rate, just $15.46, y'all. Are you kidding me? We're talking about traveling more and better and for less. Now, the Fairmont Grand Del Mar. This is a property in San Diego. It is a top of the line property. 6 nights is $5,000. People are paying that. But why? Keep your money and put it in your pocket. Pay off some debt, because with Travorium, it's only $1,900. Now, let me tell you all a secret. There's a site that's called bigtravelsecret.com. Write that down. bigtravelsecret.com. So you go to Priceline, Expedia, Booking, you're trying to do all these comparisons. There are only 2 companies that own all of these booking sites, only 2 companies. And so you're doing all these comparisons really for nothing. And let me tell you guys, they could give you the Travorium rate. In fact, the Travorium rate is their rate. But what they do, because they spend millions of dollars on advertising, they mark it up. Travorium does not mark up the rate. They give us the wholesale rate. So that's the good news on hotels. But let's talk about a really great way to travel. Sometimes you don't want a hotel room. You want to spread out. You want to go to a resort. You want like the 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom resort. Well, we've got something called getaways. Now, the getaways, and then next I'm going to show you the world tours. These are 2 ways to travel where you are going to redeem these travel points that you're going to get every single month. So let's look at these getaways. Remember, I said you can go somewhere for a whole week with the getaways, but stay in a 1-bedroom to a 3-bedroom condo. Let's go over to the Canary Islands, Spain. 8 days, 7 nights, retail, $8.99, not bad, but you've been accumulating your travel points every month. Travorium rate, just $7, guys, for the whole week. Isn't that awesome? Now let's go to Cabo, Mexico. 8 days, 7 nights. Now we're going to be in a 1-bedroom suite, just $149. Now, you know, we got to take the kids or the grandkids to see Minnie and Mickey in Orlando. Again, you got a whole week. This time you want to spread out even more because you got the kids with you. You want a 2-bedroom suite? $1,100 wouldn't be a bad rate. You will pay that in a heartbeat. But because you have this awesome membership that's doing travel differently than anybody out there, you're only going to have to pay $142 for the whole week, taking the entire family. Y'all, is that good or is that great? If you all think that's great, type "that's great" in the chat. Let me make sure y'all are staying here with me. Type "that's great" in the chat, because it's not just great, it is phenomenal. But now I'm going to tell you about what we call our world tours. I think this is like my favorite way to travel. This is what we call curated travel, meaning like it's planned for you. So you're going to go into your back office and you're going to see under world tours that these trips are separated by months. So you'll look and see what do they have available for June, July, August, September. And they have certain dates that these trips are planned out. So this is like, was not like, this is group travel. And I love group travel because it gives you the best of both worlds. If you're a solo traveler, maybe you're a single person, you're like, man, I want to be around people. I want to laugh. I want to have fun. I want that connection. Well, you can come on one of these trips and there'll be plenty of people for you to mix and mingle and laugh and have fun with. But if you want to be alone, you still can go do your own solo thing. So let's look at some of these prices though. So let's go to Venice, Italy. 5 days, breakfast included, glass factory tour included, retail $1,100, not bad at all. Trevorium rate $249. Now, y'all got to visit Dubai. I've been there twice. I plan on going again at the end of this year. It's like an air of just richness and opulence and luxury. I love Dubai. A 5-star hotel in Dubai for 6 nights, including breakfast, which is not your Hampton Inn breakfast, y'all. It is a spread that will keep you full all day. Retail $1,600, but remember, you have this Trevorium membership, and now just $379 in Dubai for a 5-star for 6 days. Now, I love all-inclusive places. In fact, many of us who are on this Zoom on Monday, we're flying out to Punta Cana for a 5-day, 5-star resort stay, all inclusive, meaning you don't have to buy no food. You don't have to fix anything. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner all day long. All your food's included. All the drinks are included. Here with Montego Bay, Jamaica, $2,100 is decent. It's a great price for a 5-star all inclusive. But your cost with this lifestyle membership is just $579. But wait, y'all, there's more, because these prices that you see, it's not just for you. It's for 2 people. And now I know you're falling out of your chair. Like, wait a minute. How can I go to Dubai, 2 people, 6 days, just $379? That's how we do it here at Trevorium. All inclusive for less than $300 a person for 5 days. That's how we do it. So when I tell you nobody's doing travel like Trevorium, I mean it. And this is going to help you to live the life that before now you just imagine. So whether you're flying across the world and going to Dubai or Maldives or Bali or Thailand or Kazakhstan, or maybe you want to do a world tour here in the US because you said, well, I want to stay closer to home. Let me stay in the US. You can go to Las Vegas. You can go to New York. You can go to Hilton Head, North Carolina. You can go to Chicago. You can go to San Diego. So anywhere that you go is going to be a beautiful destination, and you are going to have the time of your life at a rate that you can't get anywhere. Look at this, y'all. Hawaii, 5-star, breakfast included, just $4.99 for 2 people in Hawaii. Wow. So I'm so excited about all of this, and I can't wait for us as our team. We're going on our first world tour on Monday to Punta Cana, and it's going to be phenomenal. We're going to take lots of pictures, videos, so you'll get to see the fun that we are having. In the next one, we want you with us. So you may be saying, okay, Boomy, how much does this cost? Well, when I compared the $17,000 I committed to with the timeshare to 2 months later seeing this, and it was just $350, I was like, are you serious? That $350 was like so small, so minuscule compared to what I had committed to with the timeshare. So we've got 3 memberships, but only one that the people on our team get. Silver, like, don't even look at it. Titanium, why would you want it? Because you don't get all the savings and you don't get all the money. Platinum is where you want to be. Type the word platinum in the chat. Let me see. Type in platinum because I want you all to understand the platinum membership is the only membership that you want. It's the only one that people on our team have. 100% of the people are platinum. Why? Because you get the most money and the most savings. Everybody wants to be platinum. Thank you, okay. And I see you. He typed platinum. Bernadette typed platinum. Michael Mattis, my guest, he's got platinum. Rye, I see you, Rye, platinum. All right, guys. So platinum. Let me break it down for you. $269.95 one time. So that's the cost of the product, this membership with all of this savings. $269.95 one time. Now, monthly is just $135. And I'm about to show you all how that can be a non-issue because I never had to pay this off of my own credit card. And I'm going to show you how it's done. But the monthly for the membership, some people don't want to do the business. Some people, just like they pay $50,000 for timeshares, they'll pay $135 a month for this membership because of all the value that it gives them. But here, most of you all probably have an entrepreneur spirit and you want to make money. So I'm going to show you how this can like be a wash for you. But when you pay this $135 for the membership, remember, it's not just about travel. People are saving, like Mo saved $240 off of his dishwasher, and Deborah saved over $1,500 off of her refrigerator, and Rob saved, what did he tell me, $1,000 off of his car. Yes, they bought all those things from the back office. Deborah is saving $400 a month from her cell phone bill, y'all. So there's so many ways to save. And remember, a penny saved is a penny what? A penny earned. So from this $135, you're going to get $2 in travel points for every dollar that the membership costs. So every month, remember I told you 270 travel points, and they compound. So month one, you have 270. The next month, you'll have 540, and so on and so on. And so these travel points allow you to go into your back office and then buy down the getaways and the world tours to pennies on the dollar. But let me tell you how you never have to pay this $135. And this is how you do it. If you refer 3 people at the same membership level as platinum, you'll never have to pay the $135 again because you're making enough daily pay that it covers the $135 from your commissions. So it will not come off your debit or credit card. It'll come right off of your commissions, and they hold it there to make sure that your membership is paid from your daily pay. So it's a beautiful concept. So we say 3 to profitability. There are 8 billion people in this world, guys. Do you think you can find 3 with our help, with the help of the person who referred you, who want to do life better, who want to make residual income, who want to travel places around the world without going into debt, without having to deplete their bank account? People love this. And so what's going to happen, we're going to help you to refer 3 people to this membership. And once you do that, your $135 monthly is covered. Besides that, it's a tax deduction anyway. You'll be able to write it off every single month. And so our model is just very simple. What makes us different is those third-party booking sites, they could give you the wholesale rate, but because of how they advertise, they mark up the price. Trevorium doesn't mark up the price because they use the best way to advertise, our word of mouth. We get excited. You're going to get excited when you see this savings, when you start traveling, when you start feeling so good, when you start checking off those bucket list destinations, and you're just going to start telling people. When you start making this daily pay, you're going to start telling people. And so now you're going to see something that we call the compensation plan. Do me a favor, again, in the chat, please text, please type, show me the money. I need to see where my entrepreneurs, where my money makers, where my people who are ready to manifest some abundance. Let me look in the chat. I want to see who wants to see the money. All right, Brian wants to see the money. Who said I'm all in? All right, Michael Maddox, my guest, said I'm all in platinum. That's the way we do it, Mike. Let's make it happen. All right, money, 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 Nora. I see you. Show me the money, Rod. I got you. Okay, y'all. We're going to show you the money and then hear a couple of testimonies, and then we will be done. So if you're taking notes, write down daily pay. Daily pay is very important. This is your residual every single day. So to the 269, you're going to add $99. There's 79 here. I got to update this slide because this was a promotion that ended last night. So the cost of the business is just $99 annually. That's it. Again, that's a tax write-off. So you get your website, the back office, you get a Trevorium University because we want you to be successful. You get a whole university that's going to teach you how to get to 6 figures. You get all the tax advantages of a big business. So you get so many write-offs. You'll be saving money there. So when you add your 269 and your 99, the cost is $370. That's it. And so you're going to work with me and our team and get on the trainings, and we're going to show you how to refer those 3. Now you're going to get a direct bonus for every single person that you refer of at least $50. So somebody joins platinum, you get 50. Next person, you get 50. Next person, you get 50. That's the minimum that you will get in a direct sales bonus. But the residual is where you really want to get to. So once you've referred 3, that opens you up to what? Say daily pay. So now every morning you wake up, before you go to work, before you do whatever you do, you're going to check your computer. You're going to be like, there it goes. My $4.45, 7 days a week. So this is going to be enough to cover your 135. But y'all not going to want to stop there. You want to get into some real profit. Let me show you how you do that. So when you refer 3, you have your daily pay, and that's called Platinum Director. But what do you think those 3 are going to want to do? They're going to want to get theirs paid for. They're going to want to make some money. They're going to want to upgrade their lifestyle and start telling people. And so now, as those 3 tell a few, now you have 8 in your left leg and 8 in your right leg. Now you're at $10 a day. That's about $500 to $700 a month because there's more bonus money that you're going to be getting. Now, what can you do with an extra $500 a month? Could you pay your car payment? Could you buy some cryptocurrency? Could you maybe use it to get out of debt? So you're going to love waking up and getting this $10 every single day like Will Franklin and his wife are doing, but you're not going to want to stay there. You're going to want to be like Will and say, well, man, I'm setting my sights on 2-star. Because when you have that 8 and 8, what are those 8 and 8 going to want to do? They're going to want to start telling people and plug in and make money. So now when you have 25 memberships on the left and 25 memberships on the right, you are a 2-star director making $25 every day, y'all. Not 5 days a week, 7 days a week. You're getting common money every single month now. You see this ring? I achieved 2-star after about 3 months in the business. They award you with this championship Super Bowl ring right here. This company treats you really well. They just love on you with all types of recognition. You're also going to get up to a $750 monthly 2-star director bonus. And again, more money as other people share this with people on your team. You're going to get what's called coding bonus money from that. So literally, just think, on a job, you only make money when you work. In this business, you're going to make money when other people are working. That's the leverage that rich people use to get rich. OPE, other people's efforts. OPT, other people's time. But guess what? It's not going to stop at $25 a day, because you're going to just be so excited about this business. Then you're going to be buying into the energy and vision of the team. I'm going to be vision casting, and you're going to be just having that inspiration and motivation. And then you're going to get the 3-star director. I achieved this maybe about a month or so ago with 63 members on the left leg, 63 members in your right leg. And remember, this is not you signing up all these people. Nobody would want to do that. This is people above you. As they do some work, those people will spill below you. And the people who you sign in, they're going to be sharing this with others. So it's like a team effort. So the numbers will be growing as everyone is sharing. And so now you're getting $70 a day. That's an extra $36,000 a year that you'll be earning as a 3-star. It could even be more. But again, the company is like having momentum. We're in 64 different countries around the world. You're not going to want to stay at 3-star. You're going to want to get to $100 every day. How is that going to happen? Because the people who are on your team already, they're excited. They're going to be telling other people. And so after 4-star comes the coveted position of ambassador. Now, Anthony's going to share tonight. His wife said, I deserve this ambassador lifestyle. That was Tina. She said, I want the ambassador experience. When you get to be ambassador with just 188 on the left side, 188 on the right side, you're at a solid 6-figure income. Ambassador is no way that you're going to make less than 5 figures a month. Now, this is the chart that I looked at when I got home from Dubai and I ran upstairs and I went on to YouTube and my mouth was hanging open. I'm like, 188 and 188, that's only 376 people. Like, I had to have thousands of people in past organizations, y'all, to make a 6-figure income. But here in this company, you only need a few hundred. Now, I know maybe you've never built a team up of that size, but I just want to tell you all, because I know the real deal. I don't know any other opportunity where you will be in 6 figures with a team of only 376 people. But then what I did, I said, well, what about for the people who don't want 6 figures? They just want an extra $1,000 or whatever. So I looked up the chart and I looked at 2-star and I was like, wow, a small team of just 50, 25 in each leg. And some of the people that I bring in can spill under those people. And now they're still getting a comma check every month. I was doing over $2,000 a month at 2-star. So when I saw that, I said to my partner, Daryl, I said, Daryl, is there any reason we shouldn't do this? And he said, none at all. And so as you work to get to ambassador, whether you do it in 6.5 months, like Alex from Burundi did, and he got started, he only had $700 to his name. A pregnant wife had been in a refugee camp when he was in Africa, but he heard about this in church when he got to the U.S., and he just needed some opportunity. And in 6.5 months, y'all, he's making over $20,000 a month because he wanted it bad. He wanted to be somebody. He wanted to change his life, and he did. So as an ambassador, and there are more and more people becoming ambassadors now, you get to override the whole company. Your business may be just US based, but there are people in France, there are people in Africa, there are people in Asia. And because you are ambassador, you get to make money from those global bonus pools. Then once a year, they're going to send you on an ambassador experience, some like 6-star place where there's a Louis Vuitton store. They're going to shut down the store, give you a personal card with $2,500 on it, a personal shopper, and say, hey, go do your Louis Vuitton thing. You see all those women there, some men in the background with their Louis Vuitton bags? That's them on that ambassador experience. This year, it is in Dubai. So as you see on the slide, the ambassador, no less than $140 a day, but there's still more bonus money. There's still more coding money. You get the global bonus pool money. And the bottom line is this, y'all. You might have some problems, but money does not have to be one of them, because this company is going to take you from $4.45 a day all the way up to executive chairman, which is $3,200 every single day, 7 days a week. Last year, this company grew by 34,000 memberships, and it's expected to be over 80,000 people joining this year. So I'm telling you, y'all just heard the presentation. This is it. And it's something that when I joined, they said, hey, Boomy, as good as you think this might be, it's 1,000 times better. And that is proving to be true. But I don't want you just to hear from me. I got 3 people real quick that we want you to hear. I want you to hear their testimony. Let me go ahead with Cass, and then we're going to follow it up with the men. Cass, come on into the room, girl. I want you to just share your story quickly, and then we're going to go to Brian and then Anthony. So Cass, tell us, like, what is it that you love about Trevorium, and what has it done for you so far? Unmute, Cass.
Can you hear me, Boomy?
Now I can. Go ahead.
Okay, my internet connection went out. I was getting ready to go on my phone, but I'm here. Thank you so much. So, yes, I want to share, especially with our guests, that everything that you have just shared with them is so, so real. Share like Boomy, I was making good money. We were selling nodes in a business together and we were doing good, but it was sales. You get a sale, you get paid. No sales, no money. So both of us had conversations about getting this residual income. She was praying for residual. I was praying for a better way because I just knew there had to be a better way. So we had conversations about that. And then she went off to Dubai, came back from Dubai, called me up. Cass, remember what we talked about? I found a better way. I was like, oh my gosh. She explained it to me and I loved it. I said, I'm definitely going to do this, but I don't know if right now is a good time because I was literally on my way out the door. And I'm sorry, let me turn my camera on. I was literally on my way out the door to go and help some family members in need. And I knew that I was not going to be engaged for a while. But she said, Cass, look, I'm pretty sure you got the money. Just go ahead and get signed up, get yourself positioned. I know you can get 3 people, right? I was like, absolutely. That's all 3 people. Unheard of. But yeah, I can get 3 people. So I was coachable. I did what my leader told me. I signed up. I got 3 people, went on helping my family. 2 months later, I come home. She's calling me, congratulations, you are 1 star director. And I laughed and I'm like, Boomy, you made a mistake. You called Cass. I'm sure you were trying to call someone else. She said, nope, I'm calling you, Cass Millions. You are 1 star director. I'm like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. How in the world did that happen? I've done absolutely nothing. I signed up, got my 3 people like you told me, and I ain't did nothing else. I ain't even been on a Zoom, no engagement. She said, go look in your back office, and this is how it works. And when I saw money in my account and all those people on my team, when I only shared with 3, I was like, oh my God, this thing is absolutely real. It's time to work it. So everything she told you is the absolute truth, guys. This is passive residual income. This is what Warren Buffett was talking about, making money while you sleep. So pay attention and get back to the person that shared it with you because it's the whole truth. Thank you for letting me share, Boomy.
You are welcome. Thank you so much for sharing, Cass. She's building an awesome team. Has some great leaders on her team, like Barb, who is 1 star, like Will, who is 1 star, and they have their site set for 2 star. Ain't no stopping them now. So next we're gonna go to Brian Bailey. Brian just recently got started. Tell your story to our guest real quick, Brian.
Hey, Boomy, hope everybody can hear me. But hey, look, I spent, well, let me go ahead and round up 42 years working for the Department of Defense. And so, what does that mean? That I am moving on until my retirement, right? You know, the 40-40 plan, right, Boomy? So now that I'm moving into retirement, I was looking for the next thing, right? You want to relax, you don't want to start another job. You can come back to Department of Defense as a contractor, but no, I just wanted to do something different. I was trying to figure it out. I called Boomy. We started strategizing on maybe the wellness area, you know, as a former bodybuilder. But I was talking to a friend of mine, and she gave me an idea of what I can do when I told her about travel. So woke up one morning, made a decision, didn't even tell Boomy. I went to her site. She had it posted somewhere. I called her and signed up. She was surprised that I signed up, but not only did I sign up, I told a friend of mine, Bernadette Williams, that I found an opportunity and I signed up. Matter of fact, Bernadette didn't even know I signed up until I sent her the link. Right after I signed up, she signed up, and then next thing I know, she got a friend of hers, Audra, into the business and roll. Was it drum roll, please? Tonight, Bernadette, my first person that I signed up right after I came in, should be hitting the documented rank of platinum director. So, man, we're just getting
Wow.
started. We're excited. And Bern, like, Brian, I didn't hit it yet. I didn't hit it yet, but we're putting it into the universe that it's going to happen tonight. So, guys, look, if you're thinking about this opportunity, don't think, just do and make it happen and ride the wave to success. And you know what? I'll see you at the top. Take it away, Boomy.
Awesome. That's right. Because the bottom is way too crowded. We're taking this team to the top, billionaires in training. Y'all hear the story one day because Brian helped to come up with that name decades ago. All right. Thank you so much, Brian, for sharing your story. Now let's finish it off with Anthony out of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Anthony, share with our guests what's going on with you and Tina.
Thank you, Boomy. Congrats, Brian, and congrats, Cass. Boomy, I started in November. Boomy called me up about an opportunity, and I just, she called me about a couple things. She told me about nodes, and I didn't understand that, and I was just, I wasn't interested in cryptocurrency. But when she talked about helping people save money, getting away, it just made sense to me, and I just jumped in right away. I was fortunate to get 3 people pretty much in my first week, I believe, and then my wife, she got in, and she's able to get. She's reached daily pay, so we're just enjoying ourselves. We're having a good time. I really enjoy the fact that we get 270 travel points every month. It's like I'm always anxious for next month because I know we don't pay for it. It's like it's not, and I'm not getting 270 a month. We getting 540 every single month. So not only can you do it, your spouse can do it as well and continue making money. My wife's making daily pay, and we're just enjoying it. It's very fun. Our team is amazing. The work that everybody does together with all the leaders. All you have to do is apply a little effort and you're going to win. So I'm going to turn it back to you, Boomy. Thank you for thinking of me when you made that telephone call.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad you said that because guess the person who invited you here tonight, I don't want you thinking they're trying to get something from you. They're trying to get something to you. When I called Cass, when I shared this with Anthony, I just saw it as a blessing that I wanted to share with my friends. And look at how much it's blessed their lives. So just know that when you make a decision to partner up with this team tonight, yes, it's going to improve your life, but let's make an impact on the lives of others by sharing this. And when you think about like politics and you think about the news and economy, everything is so fear-filled and doom and gloom. And we've got to be the people that like shines the light despite what's going on in the media, what's going on in the White House. We got to be the ones who let the light shine bright and let people know, yeah, you can live a life that has no limits, no fear. Just be able to have that joy in an abundance and make that impact. So that is what we're doing here. So if you are a guest, you're going to text either 1, 2, or 3 to the person who sent you here tonight. A 1 is a person that says, you know what, it sounds good, but I got more questions. Before I join, I've got questions that I want to get answered. A 2 is somebody who says, I love traveling more, better for less. I want this membership. I want the product. I want the savings. You are a number 2. A 3 is somebody like Brian, Anthony, and Cass who say, I want the money. I want multiple streams of income. I want daily pay. I love that ambassador lifestyle. If y'all show me how and I plug into this team, I want the money. I want to win. Brian said, I was a 3. Give me the money and the travel. So if you are a 3, then you text that to the person who invited you here tonight. My guest last night, Carol, she texted 3. She was like, oh, I'm in. As soon as we got off, she signed up. And now she's a part of our team tonight. That's how it's done, guys. So text that number right now. We'll get you in tonight. And listen, we're on a Blitz week of calls. So you'll be able to sign up tonight and invite people back here tomorrow night. And you may have your 3 the first night that you join the business. We'll do this presentation again tomorrow to help to spread the word for you so you won't have to explain anything. And as I said, we got videos and other things as well. But I'm so excited. Let me be the first to welcome you to the team, all of our guests. This is not just a team, it's a family, and we're going to help you every step of the way. So guys, unmute yourselves and let's welcome and celebrate our guests. And with that, we'll see you back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for another presentation. And Michael says he's ready. All right, I'll call you, Mike. Have a great night, everybody. Welcome to the team.
Bye-bye,
Welcome to
everybody.
the team.
Welcome to the team.
Success
Good
Club.
night.
Welcome to the team.
Boom.
Good
Welcome.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Bye-bye.
night. Welcome to the
Good night,
team,
guys.
everyone.
Not everyone.
Good
I'm calling
night.
you
Thanks
now,
for the
Mike.
call.